So what is up, everyone? It is Monday, December 22nd. I will be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I am coming to the session with a bullish bias. So I say that for a couple of reasons. So one, I always like to look at where we're trending toward, right? So I feel like it's pretty obvious that we're just trending, you guys can see this. So there's this daily unfilled fair value gap over here. So I feel like that's a very clear draw. There's also, we came very close to hitting it multiple times, but never hit it. So I feel like at that point, it's even more of a clear draw. So I like that. I mean, you can just look, it's pretty obvious. Like, you don't even have to, like, you can just see we're going up right now, right? We're like putting in higher highs, higher lows, right? Right now, we're currently respecting this 15-minute fair value gap. So yeah, I mean, I'll be looking for long. So essentially, I mean, I'm not looking to take a long like immediately at market open, but if we can let some time pass and I can get a clear long opportunity, I would take that. I would just need like an inversion fair value gap. But I think, are there any other clear targets? I mean, I guess there's this high up here. There's like this high up here. But also, so I will be trading on an evaluation account today. Yeah, someone asked, you trading with live money? Now, I'm actually trading an evaluation account right now. Because honestly, I feel like the week of Christmas isn't like the highest probability condition. So honestly, I'm not trying to be risking like all my funded accounts on this. But I'll trade on eval though. So like these trades I'm taking right now will not be included on that calendar I always show. He said, am I first in chat? Let's go. Yeah, you are. What's up, bro? How are you? So honestly, I want some more structure to form first before I take a trade. Because like, I always like taking trades delivering from like 5 and 15-minute gaps, right? So like we're delivering from like a 5-minute, we're delivering from a 15-minute, but it's really close to market open. So it kind of susses me out to try to look for a long. Yeah, honestly, I would like more of a pullback because I always think like the most obvious times of manipulation, right? There's manipulations a lot at 9:30 a.m. There's manipulations a lot at like 10 a.m. So ideally, I guess I'd like a 9:30 manipulation down. The other thing is though, I forgot to mention this before. So if let's say we shift structure and we keep obviously trending down, obviously I gotta flip my bias, right? So for the bearish targets, there is this new weak opening gap down here. So essentially all that is there's a gap in price between Friday's close and then the open on Sunday night. So typically that's like an imbalance, right? So typically a lot of times like imbalances like to get filled in. So I mean, honestly, if we're going to keep dumping like this, I honestly might look for shorts to this gap, but a lot of times, like, where my target is dependent on, like, internal structure. Like, where does it look toward we're heading toward right now? If that makes sense. So, if I were to take a short, though, I would definitely want to see, like, a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap open up. Like, we trade back into it, respect it, and then get a clear inversion out of it. Yo, what's up, Eric? You said always locked in. He said, love to see it, brother, man. Keep it up. Yo, I appreciate you stopping by. So at this point, I feel like we're definitely going to run all these lows down here. But I definitely want to wait for more structure to form before I take anything. You said, do you not work with liquidity sweeps? So I trade inversion fair value gap. So I'm pretty much going to wait for like a fair value gap to get formed. And then once we close through it and disrespect it, that'll be like my entry, like confirmation. I mean, like a lot of my trades do include liquidity sweeps, but like I don't necessarily need a liquidity sweep, but I do need an inversion to take a trade. So like honestly, like right now, I'm seeing we could potentially open up like a 5-minute gap up here. So if let's say we open up like a 5-minute gap like here and trade back into it, I would take a short. But the thing is, you see these stacked lows? I know we're gonna run these right now. So like we're probably not gonna get a pullback. I mean, if we get a pullback, I'd be happy, but I honestly don't think it's gonna happen. You know, there's actually a chance we might not. I was thinking we were gonna flush through those lows once we started running them, but there's a chance we might open up a gap and trade back into it. The only thing I gotta pay attention to is, I mean, now we're probably gonna invert this 15. I didn't like how we were like trading inside a bullish 15, but it's so far away now. Like, there's no way we're holding it. That's kind of irrelevant at this point. You said, what's up, bro? You trading NQ? Yeah, I trade NQ. I look at ES also for like S&T divergences, but I focus in on NQ. So we have like 1.5 minutes till this 5-minute gap up here opens up. Honestly, there's a chance we might retrade back into it, which I would want. You said liquidity sweep on Asia low Nasdaq? Asia low. Asia low is like somewhere down here, I assume, right? You said London low? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, it did sweep out London low, but the only thing is, honestly, I don't think if it's gonna come down here and sweep out London low, I'd be surprised if London low is the thing it reacts off of, because like there's Asia low down here and there's also this new week opening gap. I mean, we are trending bullish, but Luke said just got stopped out. Sorry to hear that, bro. So we are opening up this 5-minute gap up here. So honestly, if we trade back up into this 5-minute gap and we get a clear reaction out of it, honestly, I would take a short only because I want this new week opening gap to get hit, honestly. You said if it retraces that gap, are you looking for short or long? No, I'm looking for a short. Because this is like a bearish fair value gap opening up here. So I want to see it come up here. And thank you for the follow, Jonathan. So honestly, we're retrading back up. There's even like equal highs at this gap, which is kind of nice. Now, I'm going to switch over to MNQ only because I'm trading like literally directly on Tradeovate. I'm going to execute on Tradeovate, so I should probably be on MNQ. But this right here is the unfilled 5-minute gap rate. He said, yo, Tim, morning, man. How are you? How was your weekend? My weekend wasn't bad. I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Dark Knight? Happy to see you here again, bro. Maybe we're not going to tap into this gap, which will make me sad. You said, will you show your entry? Yeah, I mean, I'll show when I enter. I'm still waiting for a pullback to this 5-minute gap. And then once we reject out of it, I'd take an entry. You said, I've been good too. How are you looking for the bias today? So honestly, I was saying I was bullish. But honestly, I feel like we might want to come back down to this new week opening gap. Down here. And I feel like part of the reason I was bullish, I think I saw some news about like the government's injecting a bunch of money in the stock market. So I feel like that'd be bullish news, but honestly, before it goes up, I feel like it might need to come to this gap. I always forget. I gotta mark out the new week opening gap fill is actually the close of the candle and not the wick of that candle, if that makes sense. You said, are you trading with Top Step? I currently have accounts with Top Step. I'm not trading them today, though. I'm actually going to be trading on evaluation today because I think this week is not like the highest probability of price action. But I wish we retraded into that 5-minute gap. I would have looked for a short out of that. So honestly though, this 15-minute candle close is honestly pretty bearish. I feel like this is definitely the start of some bearish structure. There's even like a change in the state of delivery right here, right? Could be like broke, like you could say this is a liquidity sweep. I mean, I'd have to see more structure to form, honestly, to have like a solid opinion, but I really think it wants to go this new week opening gap. You said saw the news too. I was long until now. Yeah, because I feel like based on the news, I would be bullish, but I guess the open is probably just going to manipulate down, and it'll probably go up later this week or later today or whatever. I feel like a lot of times though with those like big news events, like I feel like when it sounds like an obvious like buy, I feel like somehow it just doesn't work out. Like, I feel like the market manipulates everyone, if that makes sense. You said the bearish candle doesn't have much strength. You said I think it takes liquidity from London and goes up back up because the 4 hour and 1 hour is bullish. I mean, that is true. The 4 hour and 1 hour are bullish, but at least the way I view the market, I think the this new week opening gap's a strong draw, honestly. But I mean, I'll be following market structure. You said it might actually tap the FVG. Honestly, yeah, it might. You said, why is my chart 10-minute behind? I'm assuming you didn't pay for real-time data on TradingView. You actually have to pay for, if you're trading Nasdaq or any of the futures contracts, essentially, you have to pay like for real-time futures data. You said any fix for that? I mean, yeah, just go into the settings and like under like I think it's like subscriptions or payments or whatever. Like even if you pay for TradingView, the real-time futures data is not included. You gotta pay monthly. Luke said, what do you hope to see happen today? Honestly, right now, what I'm looking for is I want us to come up to this unfilled 5-minute gap up here, give me a clear lower time frame reaction out of it, and then I would take a short to this new week opening gap. But if let's say it hits this new week opening gap and I can't get an entry, honestly, I'll probably start looking for longs out of this new week opening gap. Because higher time frame, I still am bullish. Even though like lower time frame, I'm a little bearish right now. Just because I feel like we're trending toward this new week opening gap currently. Like, yes, we did take out London lows. That is correct. And it currently looks like we're having a reaction off them. But, me personally, I don't see London lows being the sweep that's going to deliver us higher. I think, like, we're going to hit the new week opening gap, personally. But the thing is, though, like, let's say if we start just flying up, like, I'll drop that bias. That makes sense. But like, honestly, like, I feel like the main area I would drop that is, let's say if we trade up and we close through this 5-minute gap, I would drop all, like, short bias, honestly. You said, if I get a funded account, will there also be a delay? Actually, no. Typically, well, it depends where you trade, I should say. So, like, if you trade directly on TradingView, you have to pay. But let's say if you were to trade through, like, the Tradeovate platform, because you can go to, it's like trader.tradeovate.com, or there's even, like, a Tradeovate desktop app. You wouldn't have to pay for that, because they include the market data, like, in this, the prop firm eval price. And, if you trade, like, Project X, you don't pay for that, but, TradingView kind of makes you pay. And if you open, like, your own live account, you got to pay, too. He said, lost $500 during Asia session, looking to break even my green month. Damn. You still got some time, though. Just focus on taking A+ setups. But, so we did tap into this unfilled 5-minute gap. So right now, I'm looking for what is the highest time frame fair value gap in this current price leg, which right now is probably going to be this 1-minute fair value gap, I want to say. Yeah, we haven't opened up a 2-minute. I mean, whatever the highest time frame gap in this leg, I want to see it close through it. But if we just keep trading up, 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 then I flip bias and start looking bullish. You said, thanks, man. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, so we did open up this 1-minute. Let's say if we magically dump, we just dump hard. I'll probably take a short, to be honest. I just got to be careful. I think I can't make more than 1,500 in one day. When you see the 3 minutes opening, I mean, there's still a it's got a minute and 30 seconds for the 3-minute. The 2 minutes got 40 seconds. But the thing is, okay, yeah, I got to lock in. Wait. So my stop loss, okay, I might take this. So we have 30 seconds till this candle closes. If I do like a 30-point stop loss, I'll do 8 contracts on MNQ. So only if we close through this 1-minute gap. I just want to double check something. We'd have to not open up this 3-minute though. That's the only thing. Yeah, so we didn't dump hard enough. So we did open up. Oh, the 3 minutes not open just yet. But there's a 2-minute now. So the 2-minute is the highest time frame gap, so I'd have to wait for this 2-minute to get closed through. But you said, what's the best prop firm that you suggest for beginner? Honestly, I always recommend Alpha Futures. I really do think they're the best prop firm. I say that for a lot of reasons. I feel like they have a great team of people running that. And then they have like an actual trading floor in London. They also have like an actual regulated broker in the UK they run. Like, it's like an umbrella, right? They have like multiple divisions. So I feel like there's a really reputable company. And if you do want to sign up with Alpha, though, I do have a discount code, which code TIMB272. It'll get you currently, it's 10% off all evaluations. But it'll get you like whatever the best current discount is. I currently trade 3 accounts with Alpha. I want to see if this 3-minute's going to open. Come on, dump. Oh, that 3-minute actually opened up. That's annoying. So, I mean, the 3-minute is the highest time frame gap now. So, I do have to wait for this 3-minute to get closed through for me to take an entry. So, I mean, the thing is, now, this isn't looking so bearish. I mean, this could be a sweep this high up here, but you said, why do you have a bearish bias? There's just this new weak opening gap below. And honestly, even though higher time frame, I am bullish. I was thinking if we were trending toward it, we might want to tap into this new week opening gap. But, I mean, I will drop my bearish bias, though, if we start forming more bullish structure. Honestly. So one thing I want to check, if these are equal highs up here. They are equal highs. So I would honestly never take a short with equal highs above. So even if I do get a setup here, I actually am going to pass up on it if there's equal highs up top. You said, just curious, if you had a better strategy that is simpler and yields higher RR trades almost every day, would you switch? I mean, I'm not really much of a strategy hopper. I've done a lot of testing on my strategy, and I've tested out a lot of different other strategies. So I try not to, like, look at the new, like, shiny object, if you know what I mean. You said, that makes sense. Didn't think of that. I am also bullish. Yeah, like, the higher time frame, I definitely am bullish, but... And another thing, too, I was thinking about this, like, honestly, a lot of people heard there's some news about the government's buying all this stock or whatever, like, dumping money in the market. I feel like on paper, it sounds really bullish, but I feel like when too many people get on one side of the market, it goes the other way, right? Like, so if everyone's coming in the market and they're blindly buying calls at the open, do we think it's going to go up? No, it's probably going to go down. You said, gotcha, good day to you. Sir, yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. So, honestly, this is an entry. I feel like if there weren't equal highs up here, I would take a short through this fair value gap. But the equal highs are what's making me pass up on this. You said, blah, see the... I mean, I should probably get rid of the unfilled because it's not unfilled anymore, but... You said, how do you identify 5-minute unfilled? Well, I mean, it's essentially just like you go to the 5-minute time frame, you look for a fair value gap that has not been tapped into. So, like, I mean, when I marked it out, it wasn't tapped into. Like, I mean, yeah, it got tapped into. I never adjusted the label. But, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get my short. Honestly. I mean, that's fine. Like, I'll flip bias, not a problem. But... So, honestly, the number one thing that's going to make me say that I'm bullish now is if we close through this 5-minute gap I'm definitely bullish. You said just want to take out all the buyers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could see that. And we are going to have 10 a.m. open in like, what, 4 minutes? So I always pay attention to what 10 a.m. open does. Because, like I always say this, 10 a.m. is so important because it's the start of not only a new hourly candle, but it's also the start of a new 4-hour candle, right? So I feel like the start of these new candles typically have a manipulation. So I could see 10 a.m. opening and like manipulating down and then continuing up. But hmm. So we're probably going to open up this 5-minute gap over here. Like this bullish 5-minute gap. Honestly, I could definitely use that as a condition where like if we trade into it, get a clear rejection out of it, I could take a long, honestly. Because I do base all my trades off like 5 and 15-minute fair value gaps. Like you've probably heard me talk about them all the time, right? So there's a minute and 30 seconds till we could potentially open up this 5-minute gap. I want to see it open up. You said so many your strategy? Yeah, like my strategy, yeah. You said personal thoughts, we'd shop a lot this week, not looking for anything to move until we move out of this first 15 minute. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I am expecting shop this week. I am only trading eval this week. I'm kind of leaving my funded accounts alone for this week. Honestly, though, Tuesday, I'm expecting Tuesday to be the cleanest day price action-wise, to be honest. Just based on the economic calendar. You said PCE tomorrow. Yeah, I thought there was news. I thought there was news at 10 a.m. tomorrow too. Something else. I want to say, unless I'm going crazy. I guess it says prelim GDP 8:30, and there's consumer confidence and the Richmond Manufacturing Index at 10 a.m. You said, so meaning, you said, so, you said, so should I trade my funded today? Man, that's up to you, honestly. Me personally, I'm not trading my funded today, but you said, so meaning you will open your 5-minute chart, identify a fair value gap, then when price will step into the 5-minute FEG, you will look for an inverse. I mean, yeah, sure, it could be a long too, but I look for like I base all my inversions off a higher time frame gap. That's a 5 or 15, right? And then it could be an inversion long or short out of there. Right now, honestly, I'm kind of more focused on this current 5-minute gap, where honestly, if we hold it, I'm looking for longs, but if we close through it, honestly, I'm looking for a short. But you said, where do you check the news? I just use a Forex Factory. Honestly, though, this 5-minute gap right here is like an amazing condition, to be honest. And if we close through it, I'm shorting. That would be my break-even point if I did take it. But I still have 3.5 minutes till this candle closes, so I got time. I'm not gonna lie, I just have a feeling we're gonna close through this gap. It might not give me an entry, but you said I have 300 to start. Am I cooked, or can I flip this into a band? What orders would you place? I mean, I'd say trade at the prop firm and go slow. I mean, like, you can buy a prop firm valuation for like 90 bucks, and you can get like a 1.5k payout with it. I honestly recommend people to have $300. Like, that's the number. People always ask me, how much should I have to start? And I literally say $300. Because at that point, you can try to pass a prop firm challenge like 3 times. Oh, this thing is dumping. I wanted my entry. You said, what's a prop firm challenge? I mean, it's just how you get funded at a prop firm. It's like the method of what you got to pass to get funded. Interesting. These candles are pulling up. I'm really paying attention to this 5-minute close right now. You said, I bought a prop firm challenge that I'm trying to pass, and I'm trying to use that to build a personal. That's always the goal, honestly, because prop firms have a lot of rules. It's kind of annoying to follow them. So personal is always the move in the end. But when you have low capital, though, prop firm's the move. You said, what are you trading? This is Nasdaq. So let me think. If I take, what, this is like a 37-point stop? I don't like how it's wicking back up. So there's like 1 minute and 30 seconds till we close to this. You said, where can I learn more about prop firms? Well, I mean, there's different prop firms out there, but the one I always recommend is Alpha Futures. So you can go to their website, like look into how the companies run. Like they give you a rundown, like you just read through their website and it'll give you like exactly how the system works. Like honestly, like I could explain it to you, but it's best just go to their website, like look over there. And if you do decide to buy an account with Alpha Futures, like I'm not saying go do it, but if you do decide you like it, right? You like don't mind just use my discount code. It's just TimB272. It'll get you 10% off all evaluations there. But I trade with Alpha myself. Like, I don't just promote them. But, so if we do close through this 5-minute gap, I will be taking a short. You said, if Alpha Futures is not available for me, what should I use? I mean, look into, my funded futures. Look into Tradeify. I feel like I'm forgetting one that's good. Oh, look into Top Step. That was it. I want this close to be good for me because kind of messing up my risk to reward where it is. But so I'm taking a trade with, and so if this 5-minute candle closes and the risk to reward is so cooked. I mean, I'm probably taking this, but so I'll be taking this with 5 cons of MNQ to risk like 500. So I'm taking a short right now. So I'm in there. I'm going to put my stop loss down. I'm going to put the stop loss up the swing high, right? This is my stop. I'm just going to go for a 1-to-1. So where is this 1-to-1? Honestly, I might just go for this new week opening gap. So essentially, the reasoning behind this trade, right? So we're delivering from a 5-minute gap. We've now, we're delivering from a bearish 5-minute gap, and we've inverted a bullish gap, right? So we're delivering from a gap, we've inverted another one, right? Neither NQ or ES has taken this most recent internal low. So honestly, in my opinion, right now, before either of them take this, most recent internal low, it's a very clear drawdown there. So I'll go break even when either of them take that internal low. And hopefully, I'm looking for us to just flush through all these lows down here and tap into this new week opening gap. It's basically like a 1 to 1.5 trade. But I am taking this on eval. This is not on my funded account. You said, we'll check it out, thanks. What's the use of prop firms compared to Robinhood? I always say the main attraction of prop firms is the risk to reward, right? Because for example, I'll give you an example of the zero account out futures. I know you don't exactly get how they work, but you could literally pay $90 after discount for the zero plan. There's no activation fee. Then you pass the evaluation. If you do well enough on the funded account, the payout cap is 1.5K per payout, and they let you take up to 5 payouts. So let's say you get 3 payouts and blow the account, right? Let's say even you get 2, right? You put in $90, you get paid 3K. If you were trading your own money, how hard is it to turn $90 into 3K? Really hard. But if you trade, in my opinion, it's an easier route to go on with prop firms. You said, why do you not take this on your funded? Honestly, just because of the week. It's like the week of Christmas. I feel like historically, price action tends to be sloppier during these weeks. And on top of that, I feel like the reason the markets move, right, is there's institutions moving the markets. There's all these big players, right? That's where all the volume and volatility comes from. But a lot of the institutions are taking the end of the year off. They're thinking, well, we already locked in our profits for the year or whatever. We're not going to do anything else for the end of the year, essentially, right? So there's less liquidity in the market, so it doesn't move as cleanly. You said short until the gap fills. Yeah, I mean, I'm short until this new week opening gap down here gets. I mean, I'm not. Oh, you said the fill. Oh, I'm not going for all that, honestly, because higher time frame we are kind of bullish. So I mean, it's kind of sloppy now. Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like it's gonna prove my case. If this trade doesn't work out, honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of a clean trade, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying it's 100% gonna work out, but I'm definitely going to be blaming December price action if this thing loses. But no, I mean, if this 5-minute candle wants to close bearish, I'm probably in the clear. You said, what's your TP? So my TP is all the way down here at the start of this new week opening gap, the unfilled part. So it's 25,631.75 is my TP. You said, do you do one-on-one help? Not really, honestly. I mostly just do free live streams, but you can, I mean, ask as many questions during the live stream, but you said, how long have you been trading and how long to become profitable? So I've been trading for 3.5 years, seriously. Technically I've been trading for 7 or 8 years if you count when I was a degenerate gambling options, but honestly, I'd say it took me 2 years to become profitable, but I was a slow learner. You said, did you go to college? I mean, I did go to college, but I dropped out, so I never graduated. So I have like a bunch of student debt, but no degree. I was in college for like 2.5 years though before I dropped out. He said that's messed up. I mean, it's partially my fault, but that's honestly part of the reason I got into trading though. Like I was looking at how much debt I'd have to pay back, and I was like, nah, I need to find some way that I can make crazy amounts of money. You said what was your major? So at first I was going for cybersecurity. I didn't like that. I changed my major to finance because I was like skipping class to day trade. And then I was like, they were having me do like balance sheets and stuff. And then I was like, nah, this balance sheet stuff is nothing like day trading. So off topic, I'm getting ready to go break even on this trade. So once ES takes this most recent internal low, I will be break even. You said you gone short on NQ? Yes, I have. So I'm not break even just yet. Those equal lows, I'll go break even there, to be honest. So this is a risk-free trade. You should not lose money in this trade. Risk-free trade. But you said, where should we go to learn the basics? I really want to get into it. So, I mean, the guys over at PB Trading, I learned so much stuff from them. Like, most of the stuff I learned is from the guys over at PB Trading. Also, Dodgy's DD, his name's like Ryan Wilson. He's like one of the main guys that always trades inversion fair value gaps. But, yeah, look into those two guys. You said, what do you do for work besides trading / streaming? So, I work at a bank. I'm a teller at a bank. I do it part-time, though. You said, what are you targeting? I'm targeting the start of the unfilled portion of the new week opening gap. You said, what do you think about TGR? I have no problems with TGR. You said, I'll spell it out for you. I think there might be 2 Ds. He's got a weird name. And the other one's PB Trading, like stands for Patrick and Blake. They're the goats. You said, how old are you? I'm 26. You said, have you ever traded with MFFU? I'm currently trading with my funded futures right now. See, this is an MFFU. It's an evaluation for a rapid account I'm trading. Now, I like MFFU. The MFFU, they pay so quick. You said, is the 50K? Yeah, this is a 50K account. For the rapid account, they actually only offer the 50K option. You said PB traders look pretty young. They definitely are young, but they do know how to trade. I mean, I want to say they're like 22 now. You said, were you always emotionless while trading? Seems pretty impressive, to be honest. I appreciate that. So honestly, I was not always emotionless when trading. Like, honestly, I used to be the complete opposite, where I was the most emotional person while I was trading. Like, to be completely transparent, like, honestly, because I've lost trades, I've broken things in my house, I've literally ripped shirt. Like, there's this one hoodie I have where, like, can you guys see? There's like a pocket on the hoodie, if you know what I mean. I literally ripped the pocket because I was so mad. And like okay, I mean, I don't gotta explain all this, but I mean, like, I used to be crazy, but honestly, I feel like through all that, I learned what you can't do, and I feel like I had all those experiences when my brain would think, oh, I'm tempted to make a stupid decision, or oh, I'm tempted to start getting all like bent out of shape. I know what happens when I make those decisions, like. And I feel like it's just, you get sensitivity over time. Like at first, you're not used to it. You're not used to seeing all these big numbers on your screen. But just over time, like anything. Like, I remember, like, when I first started driving, right? I used to think to myself, I was never going to get comfortable driving. Like, because if you think about it, when you're driving, right? Like, if you go a little too far to the left, you go on the wrong side of the road, like, you know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have an issue. But like I'm sure most of you guys, you probably go about your day, you drive and don't think twice about it. It's kind of the same thing with trading. You said, how many funded accounts are you trading at once? So right now, I'm actually only trading one evaluation account because I'm not too confident in this week's price action. But another thing about the being emotionless too is like I always think like I'm following like a statistical edge, right? Like I've tested my strategy over a long period of time and I've shown myself that it works, right? So like if I think of it as like I'm following my statistical edge, that's all I need to do. It's like a lot easier on me mentally, but you said, what are you targeting here? So I'm targeting the start of the new week opening gap. Like it's been partially filled in a small amount, but I'm targeting the beginning of like the unfilled portion. You said a lot of people say to forget about the numbers or detach. I mean, yeah, I mean, everyone says detach the numbers, but I mean, it's so much easier said than done. You said gonna try futures, been trading Forex for a while. Yeah, I mean, and if you trade prop firms, definitely check out Alpha Futures. I have a discount code, which is code TINB272. It will get you 10% off all evaluations. But I think Alpha Futures is a great company. Like, I don't know if you know Alpha Capital Group from trading Forex. Like, they have their own futures prop firm called Alpha Futures. And Alpha Capital Group's a reputable futures prop firm. You said, what broker do you use? And it's a funded account, you said? I mean, well, yeah, it's a funded account, so it's not a broker. But I trade with a lot of different ones. I mean, I trade with Alpha Futures. I trade with Top Step. I'm currently trading with my funded futures. So what are your confluences? So right now, we're delivering from a 5-minute gap. We've inverted like another 5-minute gap. I'm probably getting stopped at break even. But and in my opinion, we're trading toward this new week opening gap. You said on a oh, you said on a normal day, not this week. I only have one. I normally trade. I've moved up to trading 5 Top Step Express funded accounts at once. Like I currently have 5 over there. Before that, I used to trade like 3 funded accounts at once. You said, how about Top Step? I mean, Top Step's been a little shaky lately, but they're still a good firm. My water bottle be so squeaky. You said, what's the difference between options and futures? Are they like the same thing? Options and futures are totally different things, honestly. So options have like time decay. Like, I don't know if you know theta, where you lose money over time. And they also have something called delta, where it's like the amount of money you make per $1 move in the underlying stock price. So like with futures, if I buy at like 25,708 and I sell at 25,671, there's like a set amount of money I'm going to make or lose or whatever, right? But if I'm trading options, there's like implied volatility, there's time decay, there's like delta. You said I don't like options at all. I mean, yeah. But in my opinion, futures are a lot more simple. That's why I trade them. Like, yeah, you can make crazy amounts of money with options. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know there's people that do it, but it's a little too complicated for me. I mean, like, I could do it, but I don't want to. He said, you said, no way we took the same trade? Hey, W. But you said, I've been paper trading for almost a month. When I feel ready, should I try a prop or go on live? Honestly, I recommend going to a prop. Honestly, for the sheer fact of, like, I feel like it limits your downside risk, right? Like, if you buy a prop from Evaluation for, like, 90 bucks, you could trade that for, like, a week, and the worst you do is lose 90 bucks. But if you put into, like, a live account, you're probably going to need some margin requirements. You're going to have to fund it with a lot of money, and you have the, like, availability to just, like, go crazy and rage trade your account all gone in one day, right? Like, if you're trading on a prop firm, it's like if you blow the account one day, the most you lose is 90 bucks. If you blow a live account one day, you're cooked. Speaking of cooked, though, I'm going to be very surprised if I don't get stopped at break even. Yeah, I'm stopped at break even there. So there's this 5-minute gap up here. I'm just thinking about, like, so since this setup failed, I'm not too sure I can really remain bearish, honestly. Like, it might have stopped me break even, but I'm a little confused with my bias now, to be honest. So, like, right now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for more structure to form, right? Like, because, like, honestly, like, good traders, like, honestly, like, a lot of good traders don't always know what the market's going to do at every single moment in time. Like, they also accept, like, sometimes things aren't playing out the way I think they should right now. So I'll take a step back, wait for more structure to form, and wait until I get more confident in something. You said, do you only trade NQ or ES or also futures like commodities? No, I only trade NQ. You said, looks like a nice buy. Honestly, I kind of am shifting bias to being longs, to be honest. You said looking for longs. If we get more bullish structure, I might look for a long. But honestly, though, I mean, there is this unfilled 5-minute gap up here. Should I try this? Honestly, how many points is this? I might try this. Is there an SMT? No, there's not. I'm going to try this long, to be honest. I just want to put my stop, then I'll explain why I took it. Because ES has... No, there's no 5-minute gap there, you know. Where do I want to target? You said, no, stay bearish with me. I want that gap. I'm honestly only temporarily bullish. I just see that there's like an unfilled 5-minute gap up here that I think might get rebalanced. But honestly, the more I think about this trade, this might not be the cleanest, to be honest. Nah, I'm cooked, I think. We'll see, but... we'll see. I'm gonna think. So, I mean, this is... nah, I mean... you said if your bias aren't adding up, shouldn't you not take a trade? I mean, the only thing is, there's this unfilled 5-minute gap up here, and we inverted the highest time frame gap separating us from the unfilled 5-minute gap. So honestly, it's something that, like, mechanically, it kind of adds up for me, if that makes sense. Because in my opinion, unfilled 5-minute gaps are a strong draw. I mean, higher time frame, we're bullish. Yeah, I mean, it's not an A+ setup for me, but I guess it's something I'm willing to take. I'm trying to think where I want to target. Honestly, I think I might just go for 1-to-1, to be honest. ES is really moving bullish right now, honestly. I'm liking that. You said looking at the alpha future site, would I start on the... I mean, I always recommend the zero plan because they don't make it too clear, but the standard and the advanced have like a $149 activation fee after you pass. But the zero plan has no activation fee. So it's like a one-time payment. I mean, technically, it is like a subscription where like if you don't pass in 30 days, they rebill you, but just like pass or fail in 30 days. Don't get rebilled. You said, are you in longs? Yeah, I'm in a long trade right now. You said, not gonna lie, it's a weird week. I'm about to close my short and profit. It's taking too long. Yeah, I mean, I'll explain my logic. I feel like it was kind of hard for me to explain in the moment, but once this trade either stops me out or whatever, or hits take profit or whatever, I'll explain my logic why I was like going back and forth and what made me go long after I just said I wanted shorts and stuff. There is an SMT at the low as well. Honestly, I actually didn't even see that in real time. I probably should have. That gives me a little more confidence in this trade. I mean, this current candle's not giving me confidence in this trade, but I want to just double check. There's no more 5-minute gaps, right? I mean, there's no 15-minute gap. Hmm. You said all conditions are there for buy, if not work. It's just fate. You said nothing's 100%. That is true. I mean, there is a reason I'm trading eval this week and not my actual funded account too. Not looking good. And people always ask, like my stop loss, I'm very comfortable leaving it all the way down at this swing low. Because one, there's like an S&T at this low. And I feel like if we break this low, like that's the point I could say we're giving up at. But honestly, until we come all the way down here and take out that low, I'm honestly still confident in this trade. You said, why was there that reversal? At what area? You said also that low is somewhat kind of supported. The low is my stop loss. I mean, there's an SMT there. So I'd say it's like protected by that. But I mean, I don't want to jinx it and say it's protected and it gets swept immediately the second I say that. But I'll mark out the SMT. I hate ES is moving so much more bullish. Like ES is actually going up and NQ is just not. You said, bro, is this gold? Nah, this is Nasdaq I'm trading. You said, do you use... Yeah, I use like session highs and session lows, yeah. You said looks like low volume, and that's kind of what I was expecting, to be honest. You said it's not A+ at the moment. Week of Christmas is for journaling and reviewing the year. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm trading eval. You said you take any trades today? What am I doing right now? Those probably going to stop me out here, to be honest. You said what time? This is a 2-minute chart. Yeah, I get stopped out. Interesting. Is this futures? Yeah, this is NQ futures. So I'm looking to take like one more trade, to be honest. But you said even eval, bro. Spend time with friends and family, brother. I mean, I'm home alone. I mean, what else am I gonna do, bro? I mean, I'm just at my house chilling. I got nothing else better to do. Why not? You said I'm short. Not a bad idea. You said I don't know. Today is if favorable. I mean, today's probably not a favorable day, but I mean, I'll just trade on eval for fun, to be honest. I mean. You said, how can you be long on NQ, bro? I mean, there was an unfilled 5-minute gap up here, and like higher time frame, we are trending bullish, right? Like on the 1 hour, 4 hour bullish. And I was just looking for a rebalance to the unfilled 5-minute gap up here. You said PM sesh rallies from the gap. I could definitely see that. You said, what's your strategy? I trade inversion fair value gaps. You said, been on shorts on NQ. I was bullish, but there is a gap. Yeah, I mean, that gap probably wants to get hit. You said, why was there a reversal at the second one to the bullish, to the bearish reversal? That's not English. You said, I'm long using 8 AM ORB on ES. Am I cooked? You're long? Well, ES is actually moving bullish. It's just NQ isn't. They're like not correlated. You said traded the retracement and then immediately went for a bottom tick after that closing. Good stuff, bro. You said any trade, Tim? So I took one break even and I took one loss so far. The one I got break even on was I tried a short through this 5-minute gap. And then I got break even on that. And then I took a 2-minute long when we closed through this 2-minute gap. Because there was an S&T at the lows. We kind of took out London lows. And we closed through the highest time frame fair value gap, separating us from the unfilled 5-minute. So I was looking for a rebalance to the unfilled 5-minute, but ES just moved up and NQ failed too. We kind of swept out my stop. So I'm probably looking for one more trade in the day. You said, what can you see on NQ today? Honestly, I'm a little confused with my bias, to be honest. Because, like, I do see we're trending toward this new week opening gap, but higher time frame we're bullish. Honestly, I think this new week opening gap definitely wants to get hit, honestly. We're going to move like that. So honestly, I'll probably wait for the new week opening gap to get hit, and I'll take longs out of that. But if I can get a short before it, I'll probably try a short. Like if we can open up this 5-minute bearish gap and respect it, lower time frame, I'll probably take a short out of that. I wonder how much am I down on the day? Like 500 on an eval. Yo, what's up, Vizid? How are you, bro? You said this music feeling groovy. You said, yes, sir, doing good. I can't get a retracement since 10 a.m. Yeah, we hit this new week opening gap. Honestly, I think I'm gonna start looking for longs, to be honest. I just want more clear structure. You said, bang, just got my 370 ticks. Good stuff, bro. You said, what do you trade? I trade Nasdaq futures. You said, how about volume holiday seasons? I mean, I'm pretty risk off right now. I'm trading eval right now instead of my funded accounts. But I mean, I'm just kind of trading eval for fun right now, to be honest. You said PA's so sleepy buns, yeah. I'm kind of annoyed. I got break even on my first trade. I feel like it's annoying it pulled back. So we have this clear reaction of this new week opening gap. You said, don't you think it can be dangerous streaming while trading? Isn't it easy to get biased by the chat? I mean, to a point, yeah, but I'm pretty confident in like my own trading and model. You said you trading again? I mean, yeah, I'm looking for one more setup, honestly. You said, I'd like to see at least 50% of the gap get filled. I like the reaction showing, yo, though. Said, I'm 16, have started trading on day 50 of the boot camp. I'm assuming you're like TJR. You said you tried commodities. I mean, I've traded gold in the past. Gold never worked out that well for me, to be honest. I always got along better with Nasdaq. So to be honest, if we close through this 5-minute gap, I'd try a long. Probably target like up there. Ugh. You said how long you've been trading for? So I've been trading like seriously for like 3.5 years, but overall I've been trading for like 7, 8 years. I used to be like a degenerate gambling options at first, and then I kind of got serious like 3.5 years ago. You said, is it your full-time job now? Nah, I still trade part-time and I have a part-time job, but I'm working toward trading full-time. You said, I feel like that's how everyone gets introduced to the markets. I started with gambling options. Yeah. Hmm. You said, what would you say is one thing holding you back from going full-time trading? I mean, just, I guess my sheer income. Like, I feel like I'll average like 2K every like 2 weeks to 2 months, but like I just have a lot more expenses than that. And like I'm working to scale up my funded accounts, but I want like multiple months that are significantly over my average expenses. And I also want like a really large amount in savings. Just so like I'm not like cutting it too close. I want like a lot of breathing room. Like I don't want to quit my job and have to go back to one. Do you know what I mean? You said, do you need an editor for your content? I mean, not really, to be honest. But honestly, so if we come up and we close through this 5 minute gap, I'm probably going to take a long, to be honest. As long as ES doesn't put in an SMT. Even if ES puts in an SMT, I might try it, honestly. You said, I agree, man. Same here. Yeah, good stuff, bro. So we have like 50 seconds till this candle closes. So if we close through this 5 minute gap, I'm going to take a long. For the heck of it, I just want to see. What is it, 84 or something? Yeah, okay. Ooh. So I'm hoping this candle shoots up in the next 20 seconds so I can get my entry. So if this candle closes through this gap, I'll take a long, but it's not shooting up. You said been saving for a long time to be able to quit my job. I've made a big safety with 500 a month expenses. Damn, bro. You said super blessed to have the situation I'm in. I'm glad for you, bro. You said, thanks, homie. Praise everything works in your... I appreciate that, bro. You said, are you waiting on entry for long? Yeah, I am. I want us to close through this 5-minute gap. You said, thought we was going to fill opening gap, but looking like we retested it. Yeah, I mean, we might not fill it all the way, honestly. Especially with the reaction we're having right now. You said, are we selling now? Nah, I'm long. You said based on ES, it looks good. Yeah, ES has been the stronger pair, I feel like, all morning. So I gotta wait 3 minutes for this candle to close. Honestly, if we can close through this 5-minute gap without tapping into this unfilled 15, I'll take a long. And honestly, I honestly could target this 930 high up here. Honestly, since I'm on eval, I think I might do it. But I still gotta wait for a close through this 5-minute gap. You said, would your idea be valid if ES breaks the recent high? So honestly, I think I'm going to use discretion. Normally, I like to not take trades when ES takes that internal high, but only because there's this unfilled 5-minute gap up here that I feel like should get rebalanced. I'll wait to go break even up there. You said 930 high is crazy. It's moving slow. I mean, yeah, it is, but... You said, did you take any trades? So I took one break-even trade, and I took one loss so far. ES is literally moving so much more bullish. You said off market open what time? Well, the first I took a short at what, like 10:05. I got stopped at break even on that one, and then I actually tried a long kind of like in here at like 10:20. I was kind of targeting this unfilled 5-minute gap up here, and then I got stopped down that one. I mean, honestly, new week opening gap was below. Honestly, wasn't the cleanest setup to be honest, but. You said you tried catching a short on open. I really couldn't find one, to be honest. I mean, if this candle decides it wants to come back up and close this gap, I'll take it, but it's probably not going to. You said no way the gap doesn't at least get partially filled. Are you talking about the unfilled 5-minute gap up here, or the new week opening gap? Honestly, so it's failing to displace up, right? Like you see, we had this reaction off the start in the week opening gap. It's not really reacting off of it, right? So honestly, if we invert this 4 minute right here, I think I might just try a short, to be honest. For some reason, I have a feeling if it's not going to start reacting up anytime soon. Okay. I guess now it's going to start reacting up because I said that. Okay, I guess I talked some sense into it. You said you trading tomorrow for GDP news? Oh, yeah. I mean, I am trading eval right now. I'm not trading my regular funded accounts, but I'll definitely be trading. You said your TikTok's stream screen froze? I'm checking. I mean, it doesn't look frozen to me. I mean, you're welcome to stay here on YouTube, though. You said first week on my first eval. I don't know, I'm scared to trade, especially with this week still paper trading. Not a bad idea. You said the trading view. You're right. Thank you for telling me that. That should be fixed. That's probably been frozen for like 15 minutes, I bet. Interesting. So if this thing shoots up in the next 30 seconds and we close through this 5 minute, I'm probably going to take a long. You said you use premium and discount for entries. Not all the time, but it's definitely something I look at. Oh my god, can you please fly up, Nasdaq, and close through this gap? You should took the same trade off a 1 minute IFVG. Nice, bro. You said, but why did price do all that before going to new day opening gap? I mean, to engineer liquidity. You said, what are you targeting? Honestly, depending on how price action moves, I might just target this candle body high, or I might target this high up here. I mean, if we're moving very slow, though, I might even just sell off here at 1-to-1, honestly, but so is your stop loss really going to be 1K? If I calculate things correctly, it should only be 500 if I take 4 contracts. You said, what prop firm do you use? So I trade with Top Step and Alpha Futures. And if you guys do want to check out Alpha, though, I do have a discount code, which code TIMB272. It'll get you 10% off all evaluations at Alpha Futures. You said, yeah, that's what I'm targeting. Nice stuff, bro. You said, where is your entry, dude? I haven't taken it yet. I'm waiting for a close to this gap. You said, have you taken anything this morning? I haven't. I actually took 2 trades. One of them, I got stopped at break even. I was targeting the start of the new week opening gap. And the other one, honestly, was kind of a weird trade for me. I lost that one. I took like a 2-minute long over here when we closed to this 2-minute gap. And there's like an unfilled 5, but it wasn't the best trade. I will admit that. But I am looking to take a long if we close to this 5-minute gap, to be honest. You said, wait, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for a close through this 5-minute fair value gap. You said, yeah, not the best PA, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'm trading evaluations today. So honestly, if I lose, I don't even care. I'm not even trading my funded accounts. You said, yeah, I have a long setup, but nothing is closing good enough for me to take an A+. Yeah. I might finally get my entry, though, in like 2 minutes. I might get a good close on this. You said it closed through, I swear, on the 5-minute? No, it didn't. This candle didn't close yet. Yes, like, this gap's still holding, which is annoying. You said, do you trade ICT concepts? Yeah, I do. You said, so you're saying there's still a possibility of reversal? Yeah, I mean, I only wait for a candle to close through the gap, and we haven't closed through any gap yet. Well, we haven't closed to the highest time frame yet. You said, why would the 1-minute IFVG not be enough? Because, I mean, right now it's kind of failing. And, I mean, the highest, like, higher time frame is, like, higher power. So, like, I mean, you're probably getting cooked trading the 1-minute. You said, Tim, what ICT model do you trade? So I trade inversion fair value gaps. You said Top Step? I mean, I trade with Top Step, but right now I'm trading some iPhone and futures evaluations because I don't feel comfortable risking my funded accounts in this type of price action. It's a 1 hour candle opening. Yeah, 1 hour candle did open. Oh my god, this price action sucks. It's not doing anything. You said, do you think it's gonna get volatile again this year? This year, nah. I mean, this is there's like the year end is the least volatile time. You said, are you thinking shorts or longs? Honestly, I could see either, to be honest. Because like, if we're gonna react off this new week opening gap and keep trending up, I could see being bullish. But if we're gonna like start moving down right now, and not have this be the reaction, I could look for shorts for more of a fill of that. Honestly, prices are kind of choppy right now, to be honest. You said I'm about to get a 12K payout? Good stuff, bro. You said, are you 100% dedicated to trading? I mean, essentially, yeah. You said, I feel like price will keep chopping until it closes the gap. No, this price action is so bad. I always stop trading at 11:10. I'm just gonna cut it 5 minutes early because this price action is so ass. Like I don't even want to. I don't want to stare at this anymore, honestly. So I'm gonna go through all the trades I took and give my reasoning behind all that. So coming into the bias, I honestly said I had a bullish bias because higher time frame we were moving bullish, but there was the start of this like new week opening gap below. So at the open, right, I saw we kind of dumped, and I was like, you know what? We're probably trending toward this new week opening gap. So we opened up this 5-minute fair value gap right here, bearish one, right? Then we opened up this bullish 5-minute gap right around here. Once we closed through it, I did take a short, put my stop up at the swing high up here. I went break even at the most recent internal high or low. So ES actually ended up taking this most recent internal low, right? So when that happened, I moved my stops to break even. It stopped me at break even, and then it ran. I was targeting all the way this new week opening gap down here. So after that, I actually did try a long, right? I will admit it was definitely not the cleanest long, but what I saw was we put in an S&T with these lows over here, right? So you can see ES actually swept out that low, but NQ failed to. And we opened up this unfilled 5-minute gap up here. So we essentially inverted the highest time frame gap separating us from this unfilled 5-minute, which is this 2-minute. So once that candle closed, I took a long position. I was just going to go break even at the unfilled 5-minute. I got stopped out. So then after that, we did retrace to the start of this new week opening gap. We kind of got a reaction off of it, right? But we never inverted the highest time frame fair value gap right here. I was looking for a long off that, but I never got it. But honestly, this price action looks so bad. I'm just trying to stop trading for the day, to be honest. I don't want to look at this anymore. It's kind of annoying me. But I finished the day down like 500 on like an eval. So like, not like it means much to me, but... Does anyone have any questions, though, about anything trading related, anything at all? Anything I just said? You said, I would like to learn. What do you recommend? I mean, definitely pull up. I do free YouTube live streams Monday through Friday showing my trading. I do like my bias at the beginning. I do like my analysis throughout. And then at the end, I do a recap showing what trades I did and did not take. So there's tons of value on my YouTube. You said look at NAS. I'm looking at Nasdaq right now. But and on my YouTube is TimB272. You can just go there, search it. It's also linked to my profile. It's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. But he said, watch ICT on YouTube. He teaches it all. I mean, yeah, ICT can be kind of rambly, though. I feel like there's also people that simplify some of the stuff he says. You said, are you looking to short NAS? No, I mean, I'm looking to stop trading right now because price action's bad. But honestly, if anything, I'd be looking for longs a little bit more right now. But I think price action is too choppy for me. And I always stop trading at 11:10. So I'm just going to call it a couple minutes early because there's no way I'm getting an entry. Like, I mean, I could take this 5-minute inversion right here, take a long, but like, do I want to do this? You said, hey, what's up? Can you explain to me the rules for payout in a funded account? I mean, it depends on which firm you trade with. They have totally different rules. You just go to their website and read the rules. They're all clearly listed. I want to be nosy and see if this closes to this 5-minute. You said started watching PB trading. Thanks for the recommendations in terms of explaining ICT in simple terms. Yeah, of course, bro. You said I've read the rules, but I have one confusion. What's your confusion? Do you think after New Year's it will stop being choppy? Oh yeah, definitely. It's like a historical thing. Like every year, like the last couple weeks of the year and like the first week of the new year, they're always choppy. You said what time frame you on? I mean, this is the 5-minute chart right here, but I'm probably like getting off in a minute because I don't like this price action. Trying to think. Honestly, I'm on eval. I mean, do I want to try this? Honestly, since I'm on eval, why not? Why not? I got nothing else to do. You said, do I need to have $3,000 again, or do I just need... I mean, you don't need to make 3,000 again as long as you have the 5 winning days above 150. That's at least the top step. Or like if the firm has a consistency rule, you gotta satisfy that. But oh my god, ES is moving so much more bullish. He said, are you in longs? Yeah, I'm in a long. I'm trying to think, what is 1-to-1? Is this is 1-to-1? You said, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you... I mean, I'd say it's more like... I'd say I make like You said I make 120K annually, but I'm remote and I have a lot of free time to do this. That's definitely a good start. But so I make around $2,000 every, like, let's say 2 weeks to 2 months. So it varies. But I mean, I'm also trading with like smaller size. Like if you have like a full-time job, once you get good at trading, you could like immediately size up a lot bigger than I was able to at first, right? So I mean, like the thing about trading is, right, like there's no like fixed amount of money you can make. Like if you get the skill, you can just add more money to it, and you work in percentages, not number amounts, right? Like, so if you're making 120K a year at your job, if you can put 10K to the side, for example, like I could only put like 1K to the side, like just stuff like that. But you said, do you think NQ is going to take all-time highs? Eventually it will. I don't know when. You said, thanks, man. Oh yeah, of course. I gotta double check. Are there any 15-minute gaps I'm missing? Nah. Honestly, though, I was thinking about it. I feel like I'm probably just... I could target this. How much of a... The only reason I'm so, like, finicky about where I want to target is just I feel like price action has been so poor. We've been so, like, choppy. I'm not too sure I want to try for a high target, if that makes sense. But we'll see. You said, I'm already a member of the Discord, by the way. You have a nice community there. I really appreciate that, bro. You said, okay, so I like to start off. I can put 5K aside a month, but like prop firms, don't you just trade their money anyway? So how much? Well, the thing is, so like, if you're trading with prop firms, you can buy more accounts at once and copy them together, right? So like as an example, right now, I want to be risk off, so I'm only trading one account. But if I wanted, I could link this to like 4 other accounts. So I could trade 5 accounts at once. And if you get 5 accounts of like the max size, for example, right? Like, that's going to be like a lot of money, right? Like a Top Step, I want to say, well, Top Step's a little cheaper now, but max allocation at Top Step is like, well, I guess max allocate, if you I'm just going to go to the website. I don't remember off the top of my head. This should take me longer than it should. Okay, so for the 150K account, which is the biggest size account you can buy, it's $189. And if you times that by 5, right? Like if you think, like, let's say if you buy the account once and you fail it, you buy another time, you fail it, right? You pass the 3rd time. This is an example, though, but that could end up being a lot of money. You said, so I pay... Well, I mean, that's just an example. I'm saying, let's say, like, you pay it once, and then you fail, and you gotta repay the same fee, and you fail. Because, like, you're not gonna pass your first prop firm evaluation, you know what I mean? Like, you could, but, like, I'm just saying factoring in, right? Because all I'm saying is it honestly adds up. Like, you pay, like, it sounds like it's only $180, but if you buy 5 at once, and you fail the evaluation 2 times, it's a lot of money. You said, oh, I see. You're saying the more money you have, you can just get more flexibility in buying accounts again and again. Yeah, and you can also get more size too. Like right now, like I'm trading 1, but if I had bread, I could be like trading 5 at once. Well, I typically trade 5 at once, but we still haven't hit my unfilled gap, which is the break even. So I'm still not break even just yet in this. You said, I know ES would rise to the high again. I'm looking to short it. Yeah, ES is so high in the sky. ES already took out this 930 high over here. ES is just in the air. Oh, this December price action is not fun. I won't lie. You said I got a BE, but it's going up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, going BE is not the worst idea, because, like, ES is literally in the sky. But I'm waiting a little longer to go break even. I just really want this unfilled 5-minute gap to get hit before I go break even. The only thing I hated about this setup, I hated how long it took to invert. Because I feel like the highest probability inversions, they like close to the gap really quickly. This like took like we tapped into it. It's like 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, 4 candle, 5 candle, 6 candle closes through it. Ugh. You said you go calls or puts. I don't trade options. I only trade futures. You said, when do you like to go to BE? Honestly, typically I go break even at the most recent internal high or low, which actually already got hit. But in this case, I'm using discretion to say I want to wait until we hit this unfilled 5-minute gap up here, honestly. Price action's so slow today. You said that trade looks good? I mean, yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is ES is moving so much more strong. Ugh. This is honestly, I think I'm just gonna go for a 1-to-1, just because I feel like price action is moving so slow. I'm not trying to be sitting here all day. You said, what's your P&L this month? I mean, I can show my Top Step account. I think you should be able to see that. That's my P&L for the month from Top Step. But this week I'm gonna be trading evaluations because I'm not too comfortable risking my funded accounts in this type of price action. But so, what's your average win rate? About like, I'd say like slightly under 70%. Oh, this thing's taking forever. Price action is so ass. And the thing is, I feel like as we get closer to lunch hour too, it's gonna get like choppy too. Honestly, I want this thing to just come to my break even. I might just walk away if it keeps chopping. You said, how often do you stream? So I live stream Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like every weekday, pretty much. Yeah, I always do it on YouTube, though. It's youtube.com timb272. You can just search it, or it's also on my profile. Better fall asleep watching this. You said made 15K today. Text me, I can help. Who are you talking to? You said, I'm so sad. I got stopped out in the 3-minute inversion short at 10. You said you? I mean, I have my own model that I mean, have you seen my P&L calendar for the month? I mean, I'm just messing around on eval essentially. I mean, if you want to see, like, this is my P&L calendar for this month. I only had 1 losing day. If you want to look at last month, I only had 2 losing days. So, I can mentor you if you want. Oh my god, this trade, I'm gonna fall asleep. This is actually so boring. He said, don't worry, it will go down. Honestly, price action's so bad. I'm just gonna move stops to break even and probably just get stopped to break even. This is so ass. Like, even though I'm on eval, I don't even want to sit here and look at this anymore. So thankfully ended in green on eval. Had to lock myself out before I overtrade like last time. Well, good stuff for locking yourself out. Ooh. Can this thing just stop me at break even? You said, how can I trade like a profitable trader? Find an edge that's like statistically proven and abuse it. You said it's about to give us an AMD model. I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah. You said tomorrow's price action is going to be better, hopefully. I think tomorrow's going to be better. Because tomorrow there's actually like red folder news. It's like a no news Monday. Not the highest probability conditions. How is this thing not stop me at break even? You said, did you make money today? I only traded an eval, but I took one loss, one break even. I'm probably getting stopped at break even on this. Stop me at break even, please. Thank you. Yeah, so I stopped at break even. I'm not willing to hold that. But I guess so. I will I did my recap before, but I'm gonna do my recap again so that I added one more trade. So the first trade that I took, right? So when I first sat down in this session, right? At first I was saying I was bullish, but there was this new week opening gap. So honestly, so the first trade that I tried taking was I tried this 5-minute inverse. We closed through this 5-minute gap. I was targeting the new week opening gap. And then I ended up getting stopped at break even on this. I actually took some trade that was honestly kind of a little sloppy, I will admit. I took this 2-minute inversion over here. Put my stop over there. I was going to go break even at the unfilled 5-minute, and I was just trying to go for like a 1-to-1. There was an SMT at the low over here, but the only thing going against me was there was like the new week opening gap like right below. So honestly, wasn't the cleanest in hindsight, but I took a loss on that. And this last thing I tried was just this 5-minute inversion. But I wasn't even too confident in this. I was just like, it's eval, whatever. I'll try it. I got stopped at break even on that. You said, what's your model? So I trade inversion fair value gaps, but I have an emphasis on like 5 to 15-minute fair value gaps. So I was looking at like unfilled 5-minute gaps and stuff like that. Dude, is this thing... I mean, not like it matters, but like, are you about to just like perfectly break even, stop me and run? I could see that. But does anyone have any questions on anything that happened today or anything I just said? So you said... What are these candles? I mean, my day was pretty good. But guys over on TikTok, though, I do live trade for free on YouTube Monday to Friday for New York AM session. I show all my executions in live time like I just did. I give my like bias in the beginning. At the end, I do an analysis. So there's tons of value being given all for free. So if you guys are interested, definitely post my YouTube. It's youtube.com timb272. It's also linked to my profile. You said, why not keep going toward the new week opening gap? Because I mean, we had a reaction out of it that's really strong, and we've inverted like a 5-minute gap. We have an unfilled 5 above. But yeah, this is Nasdaq. Honestly though, I could definitely see this thing stopping me at break even and then just running. I could see it. But I am probably going to hop off here. But I will be live again tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I do appreciate all you guys stopping by. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. But peace out.